It's a symbol that's been around since the late 60s, and many people recognize it right away. But Brian Glennie, a professor of philosophy, feels that times have changed, and so should the International Symbol of Accessibility, or ISA, that ubiquitous blue and white handicap icon.
We started to ask ourselves if we could bring about real change into how people perceive others with disabilities. Sarah heard about the project and she saw a more active symbol, what people commonly refer to as the handicap symbol. And I'm like, why isn't that everywhere? And we looked at each other and we're like, let's just do it. Let's just make our own.
And with that, Glennie, a former graffiti artist, and Sarah Hendren, a Harvard art student, came up with a new symbol, one they feel is more progressive.
This has been a real large complaint in the disability community that if you're in a chair, you get looked at as if you're not a person. She used a symbol that was leaning forward to represent kind of how active people are that use these accessible spots. There needed to be a change in the way that we symbolize people with disabilities, but also the way that we perceive them as people who are active and embodied and upwardly mobile in society.
Good afternoon.
The redesign implements ideas that separate the person from the chair.
The figure is leaning forward, one arm is back, and that's supposed to symbolically represent that is the future, that people with disabilities are just going to be moving forward into the job arena, into the school arena. There's going to be inclusion in secondary education and elementary school.
For many who are active in wheelchairs, like members of quad rugby team the New York Warriors, the change is long overdue.
The past symbol wasn't really anything good to look at, and it just kind of showed somebody who's in a chair who, they're not doing anything. And, that's one of the stereotypes that needs to be broken.
It shows that we're more just people sitting around doing nothing in a wheelchair. The new emblem just shows someone that's active, pushing forward. If not pushing forward in his chair himself, it's pushing forward in society.
It's just amazing how we've evolved from a public art project to what might be an international advocacy project in support of people with disabilities. Our symbols need to evolve in the same way that our words need to evolve.
Holly Firfer, CNN.